Start your season with recommended settings if you wish to change roles or adjust options. Your season starts now. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come. Kick off your week by installing your game plan. An offensive end each week once you have made your game plan and focus player decisions, Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. Career highs in receptions, carries, and total yards last year for Crowell. His total yardage was 952. That was the highest by a Cleveland Brown running back since 2010.
And that sounds impressive, but I think there's much more out there for him. If Cleveland plays even with people, not from behind, he'll get more carries, more touches, and his yardage will go up.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Good gain last play. This time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. They'll throw here. Kaiser to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tag.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers making their way out. And, you know, Charles, if you believe in linear progression, could be a super season in the Steel City. 4 years ago, they didn't make the playoffs. 3 years ago, they lost in the wild card game. 2 years ago in the division round, and last year in the AFC title game. So if form holds, could be your AFC champions in February.
Wouldn't that be something? What kind of progression is that?
Linear.
Yeah.
But someone told me that. I'm not taking credit for it.
But we're going to roll with it, aren't we? Because I agree with you. This is a team that was in the playoffs last year. They went ahead and drafted T.J. Watt, an outside linebacker who rush off the edge out of Wisconsin to give them a little more pop on defense. Then on the offensive side of the ball, we're all rooting for James Conner, the rookie out of Pittsburgh, battled back and beat cancer. Now he's trying to beat up people in the NFL. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steelers. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads. Took him right off his feet. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit him over the top.
He gets it to Brown, complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
In order to be a great player, you have to be consistent. And Antonio Brown is definitely that. 4 straight seasons with 100 or more catches.
How many more years do you think he can put up that type of production?
I think at least another 4.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But you plan to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up? They either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
This will be caught at about the 5. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. To throw is Dobbs. And that is off target to the right. Never had a chance. Not even close. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon. If he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it. But it's almost like he heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Holding offense.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 1, 9.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Andy Dalton with 1 touchdown pass thus far. A reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in Week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Goes underneath for Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate when he throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
A screen to Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jamie Collins, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. And the Bengals scoring again to extend their lead. Andy Dalton, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Second down, Kaiser. Incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On first down, it's Roethlisberger rolling to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Wiggles free. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's Roethlisberger being chased out left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, and that's going to make it fourth down. So there you go, sack number 1 in the career of the number 1 pick, Myles Garrett.
Oh, I can't wait to see how he continues to adapt in the NFL. We know he's got speed. We know he's got length. What kind of change-ups and counters is he going to have to do?
And how about this, a fake? Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Given 6 on the play, and it's a second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down now, but the clock continues to move. first down. Kaiser. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. To the air again, Kaiser. And his throw is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Kaiser on 3rd and 2. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And work. The Steelers recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's McDonald. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. Looks like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And a nice gain at 21 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And 26 seconds now as the spike comes in. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Kaiser yet again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. This first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And Anthony Barr just has it all as far as I'm concerned in terms of physique, athletic ability, and now he's versatile as well. When he came out of UCLA, he played outside linebacker, but also down defensive end. The Vikings can utilize those same sort of skills.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it third down. Here's Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. On first down, Keenum. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Those are the numbers from Rudolph from last week's game. 8 catches, 78 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And the numbers for Latavius Murray last time out. 18 carries, 71 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be second and 13. That was second down run for Murray. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the gun, Keenum. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity, because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run it with Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Roethlisberger will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Justin Hunter, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A reminder. Reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Here's Keenum now on second down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing now is Keenum. And he's able to find Diggs. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The left side caught by Diggs. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. That is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. When the Vikings get down this way, they start looking for number 82. Rudolph had 24 targets in the red zone last year, tops in the league.
And that's what you do when you have it.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Ryan Shazier coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Forbath will put this one through. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Joe Flacco with one touchdown pass thus far. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So we've reached halftime here. A score you don't... you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And Cook has it left side. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Shazier in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, it's Bell. He spins free. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So it'll be first down here after the run. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Flushed out right. This is caught. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Back now in Pittsburgh. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Throwing on first down is Keenum. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. From the 50, it's Keenum. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Keenum. It's complete to Diggs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now he'll let it go deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. On second down, Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a first down throw. Keenum, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On first down, Murray. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. They come out here in the eye. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bud Dupree in there to take him down. And the clock will roll. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. They'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Flush to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick.
It's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a give. This is Murray, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward.